Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Day 3 of the BLCS 2023 Grand Circuit Winter Invitational Playoffs. We have New England Kings taking on Draco Esports and Titans of BLCS. I'm joined by Alligator Source as we have a talented day on our hands here.
It's going to be good, and we talked about it a bit yesterday, Nation. We're getting to this point in the bracket where so many of these high-level players want to get to, and that's what they play for, and both of these teams have shown that they deserve to be here, whether going 3-0 through Swiss, such as Draco Esports, or going 3-1 as the New England Kings did, dropping their only loss coming to this Draco squad in a sweep. But it's a new day. In fact, it's been a couple of days. They both got 4-0 sweeps yesterday, so they're going to have that momentum behind them as they're going to try to punch their ticket to the grand finals.
Yeah, and Vibing actually playing in here for Tuv for Draco, so familiar territory here for that Draco squad. New England Kings did play against Tuv, though, on Friday. It's a completely different roster they're facing off today, but both these squads very, very talented. But unfortunately for NEK, this series has happened 4 times previously, and it's been a sweep all 4 times. So NEK trying to find a win here, but they are up against a very talented Draco squad who is arguably one of the best squads we've ever seen.
Oh, they're without a doubt. They are a very talented team. Solid skill all up and down the roster. The New England Kings, they're just going to have to find that way to get past it if they're going to look to get a win. So far, I mean, it's only been a minute and 10 seconds in, but they've done well to hold off this offensive push and go for a little bit deliberate play here on their own offense. The will be stymied out quick, but might get a favorable roll, but still remain scoreless here about 90 in.
90 seconds in here. I mean, it's a good start for NEK, though. They get put on the pressure early here and catch up a shot. That might fall through. What a save from Hepson. The Draco defense again, Gator, stands tall and holds it to a tied score.
Yeah, that's a moment, you're wondering if they had to catch their breath or not, but they got to keep getting back this time. The clutch will not be there for Vibing as Ketchup got to take another look at it. Wowzy is going to come through, and they're going to get that pinch. And what a way to get the scoring started off.
Woo off the sidewall there, completes a beautiful pass, and they actually get that pinch touch that goes right in. Draco Esports defense, definitely not expecting that one, but a 1-0 start for NEK, and it's something you love to see for an NEK fan here.
Yeah, they're going to follow it right back up with some more offense, and whoopsie again, this time a solo play, not needing to get the pinch to get the ball into the back of the net. NEK, it took that, a minute and change to get the first one, took just a couple of seconds to follow it up.
Looking comfortable here in the early part, Gator, and it's only the first frame, so a lot of clock still to go, but Draco, we saw them just yesterday fall almost short to Dream Station. A couple of those games where it was close, they put off a comeback down 2-0 as well, so this one is far from over, but NEK's got to stand tall for 3 more minutes.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's 2 minutes into game number 1, let alone into this best-of-7 series. This could be 4 games, it could be 7, it could be anywhere in between. Right now, NEK, they're coming out with the advantage. They're proving that they belong here in this match. I really like what I've been seeing from them so far.
But we know Draco can respond very quickly here, and here comes Heps downfield. The Draco offense has got to make their presence known on the offensive end, because right now it's been all NEK on offense. We've seen very little defense here out of NEK throughout this tonight. That's going to be a 3-0 start for Woo as he picks up a second goal here, and NEK's off to a hot start in the first half.
Very hot start. They started the first 30-ish seconds or so on defense. Vibing had picked up 3 shots of his own in the process, but since then, I mean, Nation, you're right. It has been nothing but New England King offense. They've been cruising when they've been in that blue half.
For sure, and Draco Esports now down 3, and unfamiliar territory here, Gator, and here comes a pass across. Heps' first opportunity, just cut short by the defense. We see the back pass come through, and just the amount of control Draco can take in a series is ridiculous to me just to watch it happen, and we see the amount of pressured shots put on, but the NEK defense just stands tall continuously here in 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, they just got to get out to these challenges quick. Draco, on this last push, were a couple of hiccups. There were some double commits coming out of that midfield position play, but they didn't give up a counterattack from them. They are able to keep that pressure going, so it looks like they're getting more and more warmed up, getting into the flow, and getting a lot of these passing plays going as well. What can you do if you're a defense nation? I'm not sure, because Draco are making it happen.
They do find their first here. It's a beautiful pass across from Vibing. Heps in the finish, and Garrett's just kind of caught in no man's land. He's backward and doesn't really have a lot of boost to work with either, so he's going to have to jump and pray, and unfortunately for him, he's out of luck there. Draco finding their first.
Yeah, the 1-2-3 play. I mean, Ethone to Vibe into Heps. It's beautiful. That's the kind of team play that you love to see from high-level Rocket League. You know, we see the mechanical plays. We saw that aerial dribble earlier from Wubsy. We're going to see another one here looking to follow it back up. But the team plays are really what set the difference and set the tone at this level of the game.
NK putting pressure right back on the blue corner here, and Wu from the corner finds a pass across, but no one there to finish it off, and NK still trying to stand tall. Put the pressure on Draco here, about minute 20 to go, so this one's not over just yet. They got to keep holding on.
NEK are quick for a lot of bumps deep in that blue half. They're going to have to race back into defense. They're not going to say that they're overcommitted up on offense, but they're certainly positioned quite a bit far up, and Heps is going to find an angle on the way back to cut the deficit to 1.
Heps finds his second of the day here as well. A minute 06 to go, and we just a little bit no man's land there, and the defense couldn't find the save. Now it's back to 1. It was a 3-0 start, but the Draco offense has been surging in this back minute.
And they're giving themselves plenty of time to do it. We've got to see something here quickly from the New England Kings. I anticipate that Draco's going to score at least one more here in the final 60 seconds. They've just been clicking too well. They're going to start that counterattack up here quickly, only to be cut off by Ketchup. Vibin is going to play to the side. Garrett will elect to go for the pass up off the side. I think he had an angle there on the shot. I don't know if he saw it or not, but it is still going to hold pressure here in the blue half as we get closer to that final 30 seconds.
30 seconds to go. NEK's got to stand tall here, and Wu from the sideline. A beautiful pass across here. Ketchup going to cut that 50 off, and 30 seconds to go, Gator. NEK has got to stand strong and hold off the offense of Draco Esports, as Draco might have one more push here.
And Heps is going to show off indeed, but Wubsy's showing some defensive prowess as well, picking up their second save to go with those 2 goals, as well as getting this clear back, but Heps upfield trying to get it over to Vibin. Heps deleted as Wubsy getting the demo, and that's going to open it up and give a ton of room for NEK, and they're looking to try to clutch it up here, but one last opportunity. No, the opportunity is going to be for Ketchup, and he's going to turn the whole situation on its head.
And NEK steal game 1 here after a 3-0 start. Ketchup from the corner. A beautiful play shot, and Ethone just nearly cut it out. With 1 second left, it's safe to say this one is all said and done.
Yeah, we might see something fluky off the kickoff, but NEK are going to take the game no matter what. And alas, it is going to end 2-4. And Nation, you know, we're talking about Draco coming in. They are the favorites in this matchup. We're not going to deny that. NEK, they're playing well, and they have come out and delivered an absolute uppercut to the jaw in game 1.
I agree, Emerson. They came out with the offensive presence that Draco just was not expecting, and they put on a show here in game 1, but we know these series, they can go a long way, and NEK has got to keep the pressure on, or else this series, Draco Esports can take total control.
What's impressive to me, too, is the only assisted goal that was scored by NEK was that team pinch to start it off. Everything else was either coming from solo aerial plays or just ego challenging towards the end of it, trying to sneak something at the last couple of seconds.
Yeah, and we saw that pinch play as well from the left wall, and that was, probably a lucky goal that maybe shouldn't have gone in, but that one goal might have made the difference there.
It may have made the difference, and now that I'm back into the spectator, you never really get into RL casting unless you join the auto join at least once in your life, so. But we got out, so it is a traditional 3v3, and we're going to see potentially a more traditional start here from Draco, although they did get that offense going early in game 1. It won't be as sustained here in game number 2. Already quick back and have to pick up a couple of saves.
Just game 2, out to a quick start here in NEK on offense early. Something we saw just in game 1. Draco going to face that pressure early on, but here going to come right back downfield. We saw an early push from Draco in the first game, but to no avail for them. And now the offense looking a little bit better off here from game 1, where they just kind of started clicking a little bit too late.
Yeah, so they are keeping it clean here in the first minute of game number 2. Viman's going to get a nice challenge after getting that catch, but Garrett sending it off afterwards. Still scoreless here, a minute in. But Heps is going to have control of the ball. Egoed by Ketchup. It will not be able to catch up to it as quickly as he wanted, but actually, no, it's going to go just a little bit wide, trying to get it on the flip on the follow-up. Ethone with the save, another one coming in, but wide as well from Garrett, and a follow-up shot, Hep saving from Wubsy, and a flurry of activity coming in from NEK, but they aren't able to pull out one at the end of it.
Big barrage of attacks there, but the Draco defense, outstanding performance there, and about a minute and a half gone now. Both teams have had plenty of chances already here in game 2, and both these teams look pretty evenly matched here, Gator, in game time. No, I probably shouldn't say that. It's still early, but both these teams just look absolutely unstoppable at this point in the series.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where it really is anybody's game. It was looking like NEK was gonna pull away quite a bit in game number one, but Draco were able to pull it back in, tighten up the sails a bit, and get this back to more of an equal matchup, which honestly, they still need to trend towards getting that more dominant style that was expected. But to your point, they were down a little bit. They got the sweep yesterday, but it was not a huge overt win overall. We're seeing NEK taking advantage of that little bit of hiccups here as this series progresses.
Yeah, both these teams had one blowout victory yesterday, but the other three games very, very close. So we'll see if both these teams, adapt to certain circumstances, situations they're faced off with today. Because I know this series definitely will not be a sweep, but both these teams have to make the adjustments if they're going to want to come out on top here.
Oh, absolutely. And whoever moves on, it's going to be a long day no matter what. They need to be able to make adjustments if they're going to go through and be a winner, and you got to make the adjustments to win the individual challenges as well. The pinch down from Vibing, Garrett can't get it. Ethone is going to scoop it up to break open to scoring right after halftime.
Draco grabbed their first lead tonight here in Game 2. 2:28 to go, and NEK leave that back-end defense wide open here. That goal, a wide-open shot, and it's 1-0 here for Draco.
We're going to see NEK come back up on offense here quickly. Heps is going to give away possession. And Ketchup trying to get the pass high up off that wall as well. We've seen NEK go for that a couple of times. And it's not necessarily leading to goals immediately, but working a little bit more often than it normally does at this level of the game. Normally they get challenged a little bit quicker, but still, NEK down there hunting for the first goal in game number 2. Draco trying to keep that lead ahead so they can get the equalizer in the series.
New England Kings got to keep the ball on the ground here, Gator, for me to win this series, and because Draco much more faster in the air, so they can keep the ball moving on the ground. That's going to be their key to success for me, and there comes another shot, but a defensive save again for Draco, and final minute 40, Draco playing with blood here, up 1.
Oh, they're getting the passing plays going again, and not the final touch not on target. But I really love what Draco have been able to do, where they're just sprinting up the field. Ethone, I love that! Going for the full counterattack over into one of the more, not exactly typical doomsies, but still making it happen on the recovery.
What a recovery there, and now it's 2-0. They grab the insurance goal here, Gator. 90 seconds left. NEK has got to put up 2 pressured shots and find 2 goals here late. Is Draco going to continue to surge?
Yeah, off the kickoff, they might be able to get something, but Heps cutting it off. With that 80 seconds left through the smoke, we'll see Ethone come through and get this past the midfield line, at least for a moment, as Ketchup coming in with the challenge as well. NEK, they're aggressive, they're going for it, and they're hunting. It has not found the results as much as it did in game number 1, but that just shows Draco, they might have been just a little bit cold coming into it. As game 2 has progressed, they've looked much more firmly in the driver's seat.
I 100% agree with you there, and I think NEK, a very talented team with Draco, just made the right adjustments here going into game 2, and it's showing here and paying dividends. Is 40 seconds on the clock or so, and now NEK still struggling trying to find their first here.
At these follow-ups coming in from Draco, they're getting the initial clear, but even if they don't have that control of the ball on their hood, they're sending their first player immediately after it to force a quick touch from NEK, so they can't get into any dribble situations, they can't corral it themselves, and they're forcing them to just try to send it upfield and hope that there's somebody there to receive it.
20 seconds to go. Here comes Vibing at one-on-one. Goes underneath, finds the third. 20 seconds to go, and Vibing puts Draco up by 3.
It's just a good catch, a 200 IQ play from a couple of players trying to read each other, and Vibing is just going to bait out Ketchup into the challenge, and he keeps it low and says, you know what, I'm just going to let this roll on underneath and find another goal for myself.
That goal might be the dagger there, Gator. 1-1 in the series, it looks like here. If this continues, 15 seconds to go, and Draco might find their first victory today in day number 3. As what a series we have here so far. We're 2 games through, and Draco finally did drop their first game of the weekend, but NEK put on a strong performance here in game 2, just come up short in a couple circumstances.
Yeah, and it's just down to a couple of challenges. I mean, that happens in Rocket League. That's not, a totally unique scenario, so that's just kind of how it happens from game to game, though. Sometimes the ball goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. You just got to keep playing. There's a reason we play so many games.
For sure, and we go to game 3 here. What are your thoughts so far? I mean, it's been a pretty close series, and both these teams have had pretty big leads, but it's gotten cut into.
I really like what Draco have been doing with those infield passes. The New England Kings, we mentioned it in game number 1. They went for more of the mechanical plays and the solo plays, and Draco was snuffing them out a lot more in game number 2. Whereas the goals that Draco got in Game 1 generally were coming from the passing plays, and they kept that going in Game 2. They're a little bit more consistent on that front. If we can see New England Kings start working that into their arsenal as well, I think that they're going to have a really good shot at taking this series. But if they keep relying on these solo efforts, I just don't see how they can keep the consistency up to get past Draco.
I agree. I mean, I think Draco just one of the best teams here. I think it's hard to beat them in a 7 or 5 game series consistently. So if NK is going to do it, they got to stand tall and they cannot make mistakes like that. And Heps throws Draco up by 1.
And they draw blood first, and we'll see if this leads to a continuation of scoring. It is now 4 unanswered in favor of Draco Esports. Almost was a little bit more if Ketchup did not get that last one at the end of game number 1. We would have been looking more at like a 7 unanswered run, but still, striking early, plenty of time here in Game 3 for NEK to come back, but they're going to have to sharpen this up quick. They can't give away possession as quickly as they have been.
Hebs trying to make it 2-0. They almost had an opportunity, and now Draco again from Ethone. A big challenge there from Lou, and now NEK has got to find something quick. Big answer back here. They can get back in this series, and Game 3 has got to be a telling game here.
Oh, it is going to be. I think it's going to be fairly pivotal. I don't know if I'll go as far as saying whoever wins Game 3 is going to win the series, but I'll give them like a 75 to 80% chance of doing so. As we talked about it, you need to make adjustments as the series develops, and once you get to that third game, you start looking to about the amount of time that you have to do that. So about a minute into it, it's still 1-0 in favor of Draco Esports, but a lot closer after that initial goal 12 seconds in.
For sure, and about 4 minutes left to go. Flip reset from Ketchup here, but Heps cuts it off perfectly. Now NEK trying to extend here and put pressure on, but the Draco defense again finds a long clear downfield and puts NEK right back in their own half.
And NEK, they're trying to get this back up onto offense. Their pressure has not been as sustained. About 85 seconds into the game, we'll have a deep clear coming out. Heps trying to keep it a little bit lower, but it gets too high up off the car. Vibin is going to back pass a little drop over to Ethone. And will not be able to get up to it early enough. And so it is going to be challenged here up by Wubsy, bringing it back up onto offense. NEK, they're still looking for it. They might have something, but a good rotation from Vibin and Draco are going to hold up on defense.
3 minutes left to go here. NEK back on defense. They got to find their way out of their own half and not let themselves get pressured too hard by Draco. There's 3 minutes to go. They got to look for the pass here, and they get it across, get the demo. NEK finds an equalizer. We're all tied up.
Yeah, 4 players come diving into the same challenge, and the only one left standing is going to be Garrett coming out of the smoke and picking up that goal on it. Just a solid little challenge in there. So 3 minutes left in Game 3. All tied up, Nation. These teams continue to battle.
3:02 to go. Now New England Kings find their first of the game, but this one all tied up at 1, and Draco Esports going to try to get back in the lead here, as they don't want to be on an equal score. They want to have full control of this series, but New England Kings might have other words to say about that.
Yeah, and I anticipate this back and forth to continue. I'm not going to lie. The players are just too good. The mistakes generally haven't been happening to see these large swings come into play. But we got half of the game left in game number 3. We're seeing, again, that controlled effort coming out from Draco, trying to go for the team plays. But NEK, they've been so much quicker to the challenges that the possession has not been able to develop for Draco.
Here comes Garrett. It's on an air dribble here, but vibing a big save for Draco keeps it tied at 1. So we approach the back half here, Gator. This one all blocked at 1, but Draco's offense very, very mechanical here. They can pull anything out of the arsenal to throw at NEK and see how they handle it.
Yeah, this is a series where goals are very much coming at a premium. We had 6 in game number 1 and then 3 in game 2, but now only 2 so far. We're going to need a third at some point, and we might see it right there. In fact, we will. Vibin's going to collect the pass from Ethone. Draco reclaim the lead.
So that's just a beautiful play here from Draco. Ethone gets it off the backboard. It's a miss from Garrett and Woos in the far corner. Just couldn't get to it in time, and now NEK find themselves down 1, and Draco now back in total control.
The kickoff will come up to it. We've seen kickoffs to be a little bit variable as the series has gone, albeit there hasn't been too many of them that will not prove to be too disastrous for either team. Vibin trying to follow along. Garrett taking possession off the back wall. Gets the boost. A bit of a heavy touch there. But gets the pass over to Ketchup as well with the infield. But Ethone there to collect it. And I like that effort that we're seeing from New England Kings. Going for the passing plays. Will Whoopsie be able to catch up? And he will! And we get ourselves right back to a tied game.
I was just about to mention, NEK is another key to success here is looking for the infield passing plays, and they get a long clear there down to Louis. He's able to turn around just in time, and he makes the play, Gator. We're all tied up at 1, and 93 seconds left is still a lot of time in this series, plus overtime if needed.
Yeah, the cheat off the kickoff, though. Vyman wants to bait out the 1v1, puts it up high. Hebs is going to get the follow-up. Vyman is going to steal it. I can just imagine holding the breath in the moment because you can see him coming out of that net. That's not a situation you really want to be in, but still, the ball redirects back across the line.
Yeah, that ball got shot high. Catcher either has to trust it's going to hit the bar or he's going to make the touch, and unfortunately he went for the touch and didn't make it, so that was a big error there, and now Draco back up by 1.
We're starting to see the haymakers come out as instead of the more possessive game, we're just looking for shots. We're looking for body blows quickly, just trying to tire out the opposition and trying to get into their heads as well. As every time that NEK has scored in this game, Draco has answered back fairly quickly, almost in a anything you can do, I can do better sort of style. They hold on to that 1-0 lead with a minute left. Nation, they're a minute left from taking the advantage in the series as well.
It's only game 3, Gator. Plenty of games to go, but Hebs on the flip reset here. NEK just standing at their back net, and Garrett does get over 1. Now here comes the extension. NEK's got to find a score on this drive. Get the demo from Vibing, and now it's a quick 2-on-2, and Hebs does come away with the save, and now we're back on defense.
Garrett had such good ball control there, too. 0 boost. He did so well with what he had. They're going to have to get back on defense quick, a double commit, but it does go off to the side. Hebs banging it out to a teammate, but Wubsy's going to get dunked, but Ketchup able to scoop it back out and keep us to a 1-goal game with only 20 left.
20 seconds to go. New England Kings looking for a goal here. Comes Ketchup off the ceiling. We'll keep it alive. Gets the pass across. No one there, but in the backfield is Garrett's with a shot, but he gets cut off just in time. 10 seconds left.
See if they can get something going here. Hebs plays it off over to the side. And Ketchup will send it deep. This is one that should be killed off over the corner. Ethan's going to drop it over to Vibing, and Vibing's touch is going to be picked up as well. Draco, not exactly the kills I anticipated that they'd be going for right there, but ultimately, the ball hits turf, and Draco take that 2-1 lead.
Yeah, I mean, 5 seconds left. Ketchup sends that ball deep. That's probably a mistake there. I mean, he had a teammate to his right. He could have passed it to and looked for a shot, but I mean, they took the chance and it didn't work out. We're going to go to game 3, and it's only 2-1, and NEK's got to be thinking Lucky Stars down 0-3 here.
Yeah, and it's not wrong. They very well could have been. It was a very strong game number 1, and they got that 2-4 victory as Draco started coming back into it. But since then, it has been 6-2 aggregate scoring in favor of Draco Esports. They've just felt more fluid. They've been able to find their opportunities. That said, when NEK start finding them, they score quickly. The problem is Draco have been cleaning it up on defense, and they haven't really been letting this through as often as they did earlier in the series.
For sure. Now you go to game 4. NEK down at 2-1. They got to find their way back in this series here. Do not want to go down 1-3 to a team like this. The flip reset from Hebs finds a clear from Ketchup, and already 5 seconds through, Draco's getting aggressive early.
Vibin got demoed early off of that. He would have been in a prime position to come in for the follow-up touch, so it was a great demo from Garrett. The ensuing offensive push, not as much. Both players up a little bit too far. They won't be able to send that back around on target, but Hebs trying to find something from deep. Wubsy getting up early, so Nation, you are right. Draco Esports, they're coming out quick. They're breathing fire off the start of game number 4.
I like the pun there. 30 seconds gone, and Draco, the Dragons themselves, are playing with fire here, Gator, in game number 4. Here comes Vibing for a shot. That's just going to fall right through. Draco up 1-0.
That's a great example of name following function, or function following name. Just a nice little pop-up onto the back wall. Ethan, I swear, before Ethan got that touch in the corner, Vibing was already up in the air. He saw the play coming, knew how it was going to develop, and knew that Draco, we're going to be up only 44 in.
4:13 to go, and a chance there. What a save from Hebs to keep that out. That looked close, but a big pinch there off the bar, and it's 1-0 still for Draco. And about a minute gone, Gator. NEK now getting pressured yet again.
Yeah, they got to get back. They just have to hold on to the possession in the blue half for longer than they have been. They did it really well in game 1, and that's how they were able to find those scoring opportunities. But since then, their trips into offense have been short. They have not been too terribly sustained. And in my opinion, that's why they have not found victories since that initial game.
For sure, Draco again trying to defend their title, Gator, here in day 3 from last year, and 3:36 to go, and NEK, in my eyes, have got to tie this series up here, or else this one is going to spell trouble very fast.
Oh, absolutely. If they go down 3-1, this is going to be difficult for them to come back from. But Draco are just getting more and more confident as this goes. But Garrett is going to get the follow through courtesy of the pass from Ketchup. And NEK, I mean, they're still fighting. They have life. A huge demo there from Wubsy to take the third man out of the rotation entirely.
That's a big play there. He puts it far corner, makes it a near impossible save, and they're going to be happy they get that one. It's now 1-1. We're up 2 minutes gone, and we're still tied. I mean, throughout the series score, I mean, it probably doesn't tell the justice of this series, but a lot of these games have been very, very tight.
Oh, they have been. There's no doubt about that. One of them had a 3-goal difference. One had 2. This one back up to a 1-goal difference. This aerial attack from New England Kings coming back into it. This time Wubsy's solo play. Garrett up ahead to force Heps into a bit of an early jump, but Wubsy never ceases to give up control, never lets it go, and finds the NEK back up on top.
3:07 to go. They gotta stand tall here. They'll catch them off the kickoff. NEK, their first kickoff win since game 2. And flipper set there. And Wu just couldn't get the pass across though. And now Draco, chance to extend here. 2 minutes off the clock. And New England Kings doing a stellar job here in the first half.
Oh, absolutely. They just need to keep it up. Heps has done so much with so little on offense. This time will not be able to confirm the goal as that one gets knocked off the post by Wubsy. And Garrett's going to try to take on the world on the other end. Ketchup on the cleanup chops down, but Vibin takes it over to the corner. And we're going to see Draco try to bring this back up onto offense. The pace nation is starting to pick up. So these teams are just full sprint trying to beat each other.
And NEK is sending their second man far back, waiting for the 50-50 off the initial dribble from first man. And it's working out so far, but as Draco recognized it, that adjustment will be made, and they're going to get punished for it later on tonight, I'm sure. But 2 minutes to go. NEK's got to keep it up here for a chance, but the save comes through. It's still 2-1.
Get one deep back here, off over to the corner. Garrett trying to scoop it out, but Hebs is going to get the touch over, and Ketchup reads it. And Nation, don't look too soon. Don't call it too soon. New England Kings, they're starting to read these passing plays. They're starting to position in front of that third man and not letting these shots come in. Draco, honestly, I think they're going to have to start getting the shot off from the second touch and not go all the way through. NEK is just starting to read it.
And at 41 to go. Now vibing back across the infield here. 90 seconds left. There's a lot of clock here for Draco to work with. And Draco again, still on the offensive half, gets a beautiful flip reset there. And now last man back as Garrett has to make the challenge. He gets bumped out, and this is a perfect shot. But Wu will just own goal. It's we're back tied.
Yeah, Wubsy was there, but just didn't have the momentum behind it. We'll take another look at this. It just gets popped up by vibing, and Wubsy, it looks like he was just trying to do a little bit too much all at once, and so the momentum carried him back into the net, and he could not scoop it out. So, Nation, 86 seconds, all tied up. We're at the precipice of either a 3-1 advantage for Draco Esports or a 2-2 series heading into Game 5.
1:18 to go. This is a swing game here for NEK. They gotta find a victory. Here comes the pass across. The shot's cut off just in time for Garrett's. Now NEK goes back down the full field. Final 60 approaching.
Push up here by Wubsy. Ethan waiting on the back wall. It comes off the ceiling, actually, scooping that passing play away. He has zero boost, trying to get this downfield to get a passing play going, but alas, booming clear from Ketchup, as the velocity on this ball has been quite something over the last 20 seconds or so. Ketchup might be able to get something here. Ethan over to the corner will have to get back into net, as well as the follow-up from NEK was on for the moment. Heps baiting Ketchup into the challenge, but Ketchup is going to win it. Takes it onto the side wall. Will actually be a favorable one. The shot coming in from Wubsy, saved by Heps, and we still remain tied with less than 30 seconds left.
25 seconds to go. NEK still in the corner here, putting pressure on. Ketchup shot left corner. He scores 3-2. NEK up by 1.
Oh, Nation, I don't know where you put the Ketchup in your fridge, but I'm pretty sure it's in the upper left corner because that's where we're finding them over and over. Beautiful placement just out of reach of Ethone. NEK, they need to hold on to the kickoff. They'll be looking at a tied series.
19 seconds to go here. New England Kings got to stand tall here because of pressure chance there, and Draco off the kickoff nearly had an equalizer, and one more chance here to get the demo. Passes across. Vibing's here, but Ketchup is pressured, and now it's about 8 seconds to go, and NEK still in the lead.
And NEK is going to push it as well, but a deep play by Ethone. Wubsy wants to get the kill. Ethone with the boost steal, but it will go bounce back. Heps trying to get it over to Vibin. Wubsy would be there to challenge it even if Vibin had gotten possession of it. And so New England Kings battle back find themselves in a tied series after 4.
NEK going to guarantee a 6-game series here, Gator. It's game 5, and we're tied at 2.
That's wild looking back. I mean, Nation, the first couple of games, I mean, a 2-goal difference, a 3-goal difference, and now we're back-to-back 3-2, 2-3. I gotta ask you, I gotta get the prediction. Who do you think takes the win here in Wasteland?
You know, NEK is playing pretty strong here. I think I'm going to go with NEK, but I think this goes to a game 7 where Draco stuns NEK in the final moments. But we're off to a good start here, though, off that game 4 victory. So they got to continue the pressure here in game 5 if they're going to want to have a chance at victory.
They're going to have to do quite a bit to do it. It's been a solid matchup, absolutely. I've been happy to see how everything has developed as close as it has been. We are getting in that later half of the series here in Wasteland. It's going to be missed there from Ethan. That's going to lead it to a wide open net for Ketchup. We'll take another look. I think this was just a misread. That was a mistake that Draco can't have in this series.
For sure. I think coming in today, NEK feeling confident than ever in their ability to beat this Draco squad. So they just got to expose, you know, the mishaps and mistakes of Draco. I think they're doing a stellar job here in the last game 4 into game 5 here, and here comes Wu again off the ceiling, gets over 1, it still has a flip to use, and Draco facing the pressure early here.
Yeah, Wubsy, I think, had a couple of decisions. If he wanted to try to go for the shot, go for the pass, he kind of picked a little of both, and it didn't work out for him. But still, NEK up in the first minute, only 45 seconds off the clock, but Ethan might get something fancy. He puts it onto the back wall, but Vibin has to play it off to the side, and Garrett not only contesting the shot, but taking Heps out as well. As NEK flipping it around on offense here quickly.
So now Heps in the back end. Over 1, gets the pass across. It's past 2. Now Ethan on a 1-on-1. Still has a man in the midfield to pass to. Gets the pass across, but Garrett's off the respawn. Gets there in time, and minute gone, and Draco putting a pressure shots on.
They're going to follow through, but Wubsy up early, and Heps was committed to that play. He was not going back for a boost, and he was getting such good reads over and over. But the final read there being Wubsy to get that save and hold on to the 1-0 advantage 90 seconds into the game. And Nation, it's starting to trickle towards your prediction being right of NEK keeping this game and going up on a series point first.
New England Kings lying down match point here, and Draco this game for match point, and Ketchup putting it backward shot there. It's just going to come off the post. Demo comes through. It's past 2. It's a 3-on-1 the other way. 2 minutes gone. Wu can't get there, and Heps is going to find the opener here for Draco.
And Whoops came in off the respawn, and that one is so painful because I can imagine you hear it in comms, you see it on the screen, and Whoops know it. He turned immediately towards the net to try to get back in time, but he could not get there fast enough, and so it redirects off and in, and Nation, once again, back to a tied game. Why not the way these two teams have been playing?
There's probably been more time in this series that the teams have been tied than someone's had a lead tonight, and both these teams are just playing such a good game of Rocket League here in Draco. You know, a talented team, and NEK is just putting up a strong fight, and I'm shocked we're tied.
We'll see if that tie lasts for long. This Wubsy is going to go a little bit off to the side. He can't corral it to get it back on target, and we'll have to go back on defense. And Heps is going to make it a 3v2 for the moment. Hyman controlling, goes for the bounce, but Wubsy keeping it low, and it's going to get it past the attacking Heps as well, but Ethan cutting it off, may have overcommitted out of it. The shot's going to be wide, an opportunity unseized for NEK.
Now Ketchup in a dangerous position here, gets a challenge from Garrett, so to flick it high, and Ketchup gets the easy save, and Wu gets it out of harm's way. Now we're past halftime, Gator, and this is one still tied at 1, and a shot from Heps blocked off, and NEK's defense facing some pressure just after halftime.
Oh, these saves are starting to mount as well. Already 3 coming out. Or a lot coming out. Ketchup already with 3. Wubsy with 2. No saves, actually, from the Draco side. They've been challenging a little bit earlier on these shots, but good infield passing play from there, but a bit too slow. Vibin can't get there. Ethan's going to get the reset, looking to make something happen with it, and Heps is going to collect the pass and get that lead back with less than 2 minutes to go.
What a play there from Ethan. Finally gets what he was looking for all weekend long. Gets the flip and the pass across, and Heps is able to finish it off for a 2-1 start. 2 minutes left.
Well, off the kickoff. Go back for it one more time. Potentially the last time of the game. I anticipate there will be more goals. Don't get me wrong. We'll be over in the orange half for the moment, but there might be something dangerous here. Heps will get back. No, Wubsy is just going to sneak it in over the retreating defender. And Nation, you said it earlier, it feels like we've been tied more often than not, and we go right back to an equal game.
1:46 to go. It's about 10 seconds off the clock, and another goal comes through, and You know, it's about 100 seconds left and change, and both these teams still tied, and it's going to take more clock to figure out who's going to be the winner of this one.
Yeah, this is going to be big too. Getting onto that series point first and having just that one extra life in your back pocket were something to go wrong. Still, it really is anybody's game at this point. Ketchup looking to try to make it his. Ethone playing it to the side. And following it up as well. Infield passing play over to Heps. It won't make contact. Wubsy with a quick turn. But it is going to give it away over to Vibing. And sets it up for a free ball for Ketchup. It will get passed back as well. This is going to be dangerous. Vibing up from inside their own net. Heps trying to get it out of defense as well. The NEK pressure not fully breaking. It is bending. But they're able to rebound back into this orange zone. Over into the blue zone quickly.
Final 60 seconds to go. One more goal could maybe very well do it. That one's wide. The rebound is there, but Vibing able to cut it off. And now Draco surging back downfield. It's open for Heps. That's a shot on target. It's a 3-2 lead.
And a banger of a pass coming in from Vibing. And I'm honest, I don't think that was the intention of that challenge. But Heps was reading it so well, knowing that there may be an opportunity to present. And Heps banging it in to regain the lead for Draco.
Just an unlucky 50 there for NEK. I mean, the Vibing surely probably didn't expect that to happen, and now NEK is going to pay the repercussions of that. But now 40 seconds to go, NEK right back down one.
All right, Heps off the ceiling, trying to get the back wall play. And boomed out by NEK. Vibin not the best touch, and Ethone is going to have to dodge a couple of bumps. So Vibin looking to get it off over to the corner, just trying to hold on to possession. And Heps is going to get the demo, will not get the full beat, but it will get Wubsy to slow down in the interim. Will be a nice challenge there, but pinched back. Heps has to be quick. Very nearly. No, he will not be able to get up to it. And Nation, another goal going in. Back to a tie game with 21 on the clock.
I thought Heps was going to say that he gets to flip back, and I thought he was going to either own goal at forward more, or thought he was going to be able to recover with 21 seconds left, and we're back tied.
Another kickoff coming in. Time ticking off the clock, so the next one could very well prove to be gold and certainly silver. And it might be Ethone who's doing it, but no, it bounces out off the clear. A quick challenge off Vibe and shot. We'll keep that one out as well. Another free one going across. And Ketchup will escort it to make sure it stays. Perhaps trying to go for the angle. Vibe and goes in for the cleanup. And the passing plays off that wall continue to pay dividends.
Draco just off the kickoff puts on a pressured barrage of attacks, and Ethone gets a bump in the back net. Garrett couldn't save it. 5 seconds on the clock to go. Gator, NEK down to 1, and they got to find a kickoff goal here.
They got to do it quickly, and will go off to the side. Garrett gets the demo, has to pick it up, and gets bumped. Heps stayed low, and the ball's still alive for the moment, but Heps, the solid positioning there, not jumping in, not biting on the challenge, and instead is going to keep it low, keep it off to the side, and keep Draco Esports in the lead.
Yeah, and Draco up 3-2 now over NEK, and now we go to Game 6, Gator, and Draco on match point.
It is continuing to heat up. I mean, these one-goal games are, just over and over and over again. They're battling back and forth. Like I said, they're throwing haymakers, throwing body shots at each other, but they're not flinching. Even if they're getting bloodied and bruised, they keep coming back for this next push, this next shot. And if you're NEK, you got to do it for at least a game and change. You need to get through Game 6 before you can get to 7. With Draco, 1 game away from punching their ticket to the grand finals.
1 game away. NEK trying to respond back here in Game 6. Send us to a Game 7. Is the start there, and Wu gets the scoring started.
It is good for NEK that they got that goal there because they had a couple of opportunities before this ball ultimately goes in, and Wubsy is going to get the touch on there. So one of those situations where it could be very much a frustrating situation, but they get the touch, they get the goal, and they get that early lead.
4:45 to go. Heps on the left side over 1. Now Ketchup the last man. He's over 2 now, and Ketchup will have to make the clear. It's off the backboard. A good touch there away, and NEK get out of danger of this go-around.
The Draco will try to follow through. The Vibin will take possession off that side wall. Needs to get a follow-up touch, but Garrett with a powerful clear. And Wubsy will try to get the beat over the next opponent, but nobody was there to challenge it. So Ethone will come up next. That double commit out of the net will force that quick reset in rotation. The Vibe might have been able to find it, and he is going to find the first goal for Draco.
Vibing gets the equalizer here in the first minute. About 41 seconds gone, and Ketchup just didn't jump in time and Wu's in the far corner. Garrett is dead, and NEK concedes the opener here for Draco, and 4:19 left, and we're back to tied.
Back to a tie game, and just don't anticipate this changing at all. It's again, it may be a bit of a nothing statement, but I feel like whoever scores last is going to be the one that wins this game. It just trades back and forth so much. It's just going to be another one-goal game, I swear, Nation.
I mean, we've said it earlier. I mean, these teams have spent more time tied than in the lead, and here comes Draco right back downfield for a chance, but Wu clears out of harm's way, but it's going to bounce right perfectly for 5 and gets over 2 as the clear comes through. NEK back on offense.
And Dracos are going to have to play it into their own corner. Ethan on the challenge. Garrett following it up. And Vibing will try to get the catch, but Garrett's actually going to get the dunk over the top, but it stays a little shallow on the angle. So he won't be able to get that on target. Minute and a half down in the game. Vibing will accept the challenge from Garrett. Ethan there for the cleanup. He'll try to get something going across over in front of the net. Heps up early, denied by Wubsy. And Vibing will have to pull off as the third man. Cannot commit with how powerful the counterattacks have been this series.
Now Draco trying to find their way back to the grand finals. 3:13 to go, 2 minutes gone, and we're still tied here. Both these teams, it's ridiculous now. Just watching how much time we spent tied in this series, it's really anybody's game.
Yeah, you're seeing Draco, they keep trying to go for the passing plays, but they have not kept it low to the ground like they had been previously. They're starting to go for more of an aerial attack, more of a higher angle. And New England Kings, I mean, they're still sniffing it out. They're not falling for anything, and they're able to deny these passes fairly quickly. And that's what's worked so well for them on defense.
Pass across, it's up for Garrett. Can he drop it down? He will, but Heps makes the save in time. As halftime approaching here, and Heps right back downfield. Draco on the offensive end.
Trying to get that infield pass as well. Ethone and Heps are actually going to combine. Both of them are going for the boost. Neither of them have it, so Vibin waiting for Garrett to complete the air dribble down onto the ground, and this one is actually going to be free. Ethone back wall over to Heps. Heps is going to put this one a little too weak, and Ketchup gets that save. Trying to follow it up on the next catch as well. And Ethone still bringing it back down. Draco, they're chipping away to bring it up onto the offensive half. They have not been able to get the deep bites that they've been looking for.
2 minutes to go here. Heps off the backboard. 2 members go, and the clear comes through. Now Ketchup on the backside will make the clear forward, and now Draco back on defense here. Final 2 minutes here in Game 6.
And this is going to be huge. NEK need this to bring us just into 7. One more goal could be it for Draco Esports. Could be it for the series. Vibing, stretching out to get Wubsy, but he will not get the touch on that back bumper. So it will be 3v3. Is Garrett trying to get a follow-up there. Heps looking for a pass over to Vibin, and he will catch it. And it sends it over the corner as well. Wubsy waiting for it. It's going to bounce awkwardly for the defense. Ethone, too much juice. Heps looking to keep it low, and it is going to get the bounce. Wubsy gets the save. Vibing wanting another drop down. There's going to be nobody there for Draco. Ethone goes for the changeup to try to bait out the challenge, and alas, it will not appear. So Draco, they're continuing to huff and puff. They cannot knock this door down.
NEK is running out of boost to work with here. They finally get it clear and able to get some boost to work with. Now Garrett's off the sidewall, gets the pass across. Garrett is too low, but he gets a touch. Now Draco back on defense here, and NEK might have to fall back.
It's an interesting one from Draco. I think they calmed each other out of the challenges, but it was a little bit more of a confusing one as they're coming up into that orange half. And Ketchup will try to get a past Ethone, won't be able to. So 40 seconds, 1-1. We're getting closer and closer to that golden goal, potentially an overtime situation that will determine if the series ends here or if it continues. And if it's NEK's way, I'm certain that they're going to want to find one here in regulation.
25 seconds to go. Draco on defense here. Pass across for catch. We'll get there in time off the back. We're finding a demo. It's huge. A shot on target. Ketchup pops it up. It's wide open for Wu. It gets a shot on. It's off the post. And NEK, a big mistake here in the final 10 seconds.
Oh, that's one that they needed, and they had it. It was in their grasp, but they clutched up defeat from the jaws of victory there. They're going to have to hold on here as well. The ball does stay alive. Ethone up. He's going to get the touch towards Ned. Wubsy lets it hit, or gets it to the turf, and we go into overtime.
A huge mistake in the final moments of regulation, but we have overtime here for the first night tonight.
This is just a blood pressure moment. Ethone is going to go for the double touch, but it's going to go off to the corner instead. And Wubsy looking to take possession of it, but it's going to bounce free for Heps. Quick challenge by Garrett, and Ketchup up early to get this back over into the blue half, where Ethone will be waiting to set up that initial clear. About 30 seconds here into overtime. Both teams have had a little bit of a crack at it. More offense coming up for Draco than for NEK. In fact, we're going to see another one come on here with that demo on the goal line, but a solid knockout from Wubsy. We stay alive.
40 seconds in OT so far. Wu towards center field, gets over one, still has control to the corner. We'll grab the full pad 2 up for Draco. Now NEK in a 2-on-2 the other way, and about a minute gone now in OT. And Heps has to make the save and will. This is so closer than ever here, Gator, in Game 6.
Overtime continuing, and they're going to have to dodge a demo there on the goal line. Will knock up over in the air for Ethone as Draco still fighting to try to find it, finding to put this series away. And they're going to get a shot on here as well. Wubsy to the corner. And will be dropped down over there by Garrett. Let's see if Wubsy will get it upfield, trying to get a passing play out over to the teammate. And catch up, putting it onto the back wall, looking to try to get something here going for NEK. We continue to battle in overtime, Nation. 90 seconds, an extra minute and a half of gameplay here in Game 6.
Catch him up for this one. Will not make the touch. Now also come to the corner here. Ethone's shot. It's just wide. Garrett's the back end along. Clear. It's over 5. Can he get there in time? He will. It's now almost 2 minutes gone. It's NEK putting the pressure on.
They're looking to try to get this here. Catch up is going to go a bit wide for it. Still trying to get it past. And Wubsy dropping it. Looking to follow through. Heps possession is going to get challenged quickly by Garrett. NEK looking to keep that pressure on. They don't want it to go away anytime soon. Wubsy downfield. We're just going back and forth. Boomer ball playing the full length of the pitch. It's going to sneak in, but no, the post denies it again. Heps is waiting for the in and out save. Wubsy is going to look for the follow-up touch, but a free ball. Nobody collects.
Now NEK still in total control of the offensive side. Vibing along clear. Garrett's back out to Wu. Will flick over one. He's dead in the backside, though, from behind. And now Ethan's a free clear forward. No one from Draco able to capitalize. It's a big touch for catch-up as NEK's got to extend here.
And this is going to get doinked back the other way. Heps was already all the way back. And we'll take possession of it as well. Looking to probably try to set up a reset. Gets it over to the attacking Garrett. And it will be collected there by Ethan. Looking for the double touch to try to sneak it past. 2 minutes and 45, Nation, of overtime. It might be ending now. Vibin is going to get it across. And Draco are going to take the series Game 6 in a wonderful overtime.
What a long OT. NEK had so many chances to send this to a Game 7. And 2:49 into OT is what it's going to take. And Draco moves on to the Grand Finals.
That was a good one. It was a good matchup as well. They continue to fight. There was no quit in either team in that series, and that's what matters when you get into it. And Draco are going to be waiting to find out who their opponent is going to be. GG's for the series. New England Kings had a great run through the bracket and put up a fight, but unfortunately for them, their night ends here. Draco are going to be looking to see who they play next.
For sure, but Kool-Aid Man versus Invs coming right up.